Hey everybody, this is Russ Carson Jr., one of the genealogists here at Family Tree Nuts, and I'm in Washington County, Kentucky. I'm at the home of Mordecai Lincoln, the favorite uncle of President Abraham Lincoln. Story starts in Virginia. Captain Abraham Lincoln, who was the grandfather of the famous president, of course was a Revolutionary War veteran, and moved his family, his wife and 5 children, through the Cumberland Gap. They got a land grant here in Kentucky. They first settled in Casey County, Kentucky in 1782. By 1784, though, the family moved to modern-day Jefferson County, outside of modern-day Louisville, and where they lived. And in 1786, Captain Abraham Lincoln and his sons Mordecai, Josiah, and the youngest Thomas were out working in their field, and when there was, from the tree line was a rifle crack. A Native American had shot Captain Abraham Lincoln dead right on the spot. Thomas only being about 8 years old. Now Thomas is the father of Abraham Lincoln. Thomas only being about 8 years old, sprinted to his father, came to his aid. Mordecai, being the oldest, saw this happen. He told the middle brother Josiah, hey, go to the station, get some help because we may have an Indian attack here. And the Indian, of course, came out of the tree line and charged into where Captain Abraham Lincoln had fallen, and Thomas had ran to his father's aid and was just about to kill Thomas when Mordecai shot him dead. So that's a neat little story that had Mordecai missed, had Mordecai not killed the Indian, Thomas would have died and would have never had Abraham Lincoln. One of those neat little things. But the boy's mother, Bathsheba Lincoln, moved the family back over here to Washington County in the Bluegrass region to be a much safer area, a lot more population here and less chance of Indian attacks. Under Virginia law, Mordecai inherited about 2/3 of his father's estate and became semi-wealthy and had multiple acres here, and then lived at this house here in 1796 until 1811. 1796. That is the 224 years ago. And it is the oldest property in Kentucky that is still standing that was once owned by part of the Lincoln family. Thomas, Abraham's father, lived in the area, became a carpenter, courted and married Nancy Hanks, who lived about 0.8 miles down the road and at modern-day Lincoln Homestead State Park. And Mordecai was his favorite brother. And of course, they had Abraham, and Mordecai ended up being Abraham's favorite uncle. So anyway, wanted to take you to this neat little historic spot. This is the home of Mordecai Lincoln, the favorite uncle of President Abraham Lincoln. And hey, remember, Family Tree Nuts. Let our nuts find the nuts in your family tree.